Welcome everybody to tonight's workshop. My name is Brian Cofrancesco. I'm the Leadership Development Coordinator for the New England and Bermuda District and a member of the Kiwanis Club of Merit in Connecticut. It's great to see so many of you here tonight, and welcome to those of you who are watching on Facebook. Our workshop this evening is about marketing your club to recruit members, and it is the 22nd session in our May series. It's our 22nd workshop overall, and it is the second session in our May series of workshops that are all focused on membership. We hope you're enjoying these sessions and that you will encourage others in your club to join us every Wednesday at 7:00 p.m. If any of your members are not receiving our emails, you can contact our education committee and we will look into it. Elise is going to drop the email address for our committee in the chat. It's education@newenglandkiwanis.org. She's also going to drop in the chat a link to the registration form for our May workshops. And there's still time to sign up for our last two, which we'll talk more about at the end of tonight's workshop. A reminder that all of our virtual workshops do have the potential to count as interclubs on your monthly secretary's report. So if you have enough members in attendance, be sure to report that to your secretary because you can count an interclub with every single club who's here with us tonight. And to help us determine that, if you haven't already, please introduce yourself in the chat with a quick message with your name and your club. If you believe your club is eligible for interclub credit, you can do one of three things. You can either, one, write down the name of the clubs that you see introduced in the chat. Two, you can click the little ... ellipses next to the chat and click Save Chat. And after tonight's program ends, you will receive a pop-up on your computer with the file that has the transcript, and then you can write down the clubs who are in that chat. Or if you visit our Google Drive of resources, you can find an attendance list from each of our sessions, expertly compiled by David Griffin, our committee's interclub liaison. And you can find that link to Google Drive in the chat or in your confirmation email that you received this morning. Before we start tonight's workshop, just a few housekeeping items. Please remember to keep yourself on mute to assure an uninterrupted presentation. And if you're new to Zoom, you can find the mute button in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. If you see a line through it, that indicates that you are muted. You are welcome to keep your camera on, but it is not required. We do love seeing everyone's faces, but if you're more comfortable keeping your video off, that's totally fine. If you have a question for tonight's presenter, you can post that in the chat, either to the entire group, or you can send it in a direct message to me, and I will ask Gayla at the end of the presentation all the questions that we've received. If you're watching live on Facebook, you can leave a comment on our stream, and I'll grab your question from there. Tonight's workshop will be about 1 hour, and you'll be able to find a recording of it on our Facebook page, as well as on our district YouTube channel. So with that, I think we're ready to get started. So as May is membership month continues and we continue with our workshops, I'm excited to introduce our district governor-elect, Gayla Bartlett, who's from the Kiwanis clubs of Danvers and Methuen in Massachusetts. She's our presenter tonight on the topic of marketing your club to recruit members. And as some of you know, Gayla is also the district public relations chair, which makes her the perfect person to talk about this topic. She'll be sharing strategies for effectively promoting our Kiwanis clubs in order to attract prospective members and spread the word of Kiwanis. Now, I know many of you already know Gayla, and if you don't, I'm sure you will get to meet her and speak with her at some point this year or beginning October 1st as she starts her term as our district governor. So please join me in a really big warm welcome for our governor-elect, Gayla Bartlett.
Woohoo! Thank you, everybody. How are you? Thumbs up. Woohoo! Great to see all these beautiful smiling faces today. It's a gorgeous day. And hello, Bermuda. How are we doing tonight? Everybody's good? Wonderful. So excited to talk to all of you tonight about public relations. As you know, I have taught many classes, and this will probably be my last one. And we will have a new district PR chair coming up in October, so that'll be exciting. You'll get to see a fresh face with the words and the vision of Kiwanis, so excited for that as well. So tonight we are going to spend some time together talking about some great ways for you guys to work public relations into recruiting new members. Believe it or not, and I know you all believe it, we are wonderful. We're one of the best organizations out there, but as you know, we don't promote ourselves enough. But tonight we're going to work on some ways that we can do that. We do have a poll that we're going to send out right now, a cute little survey for y'all to fill out so we can find out exactly where you are in the public relations world, what you're doing to promote your clubs. So if you could all take this brief poll for me, I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that, or a minute, and then we will start. I feel like we should have some Jeopardy music while we're doing this. Do 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 do. Okay, I was having a problem unmuting, sorry. So I think we should have our results. And oh, thank you, Elise, you are so quick. So what has your Kiwanis Club done in the last year? So can you all see the results, everybody? Yes, okay, so held a service project, 83%. Woo! That is exciting. During COVID's times, Kiwanians are still doing service. I'm so excited, 83%. Held a fundraiser, 61%. That's great. Held a virtual meeting, 100%. So all of you have held a virtual meeting. That is huge for member engagement. Held an in-person meeting, 50%. Wonderful. Sent a press release to local media outlets, 39%. Okay, that's all right. We will work on that tonight. That is an area of opportunity. We will find out where some of those pre-written press releases are. So next time we have a meeting like this, it'll be 120%. Posted on a club social media account, 72%. Created and updated a club website, 44%. Held a prospective member event, 11%. Okay. Recruited a new member, 72%. That's pretty good. So you guys are still out there recruiting. That's huge. All right. So Elise, if we could start with our slideshow, that would be wonderful. Elise is my computer guru tonight and my technology goddess, if you haven't noticed. So tonight we are going to talk about marketing your club to recruit new members. So I'm very excited to present this module tonight. As you know, I love to talk about public relations. So show that you care. Everything that we do, everything that we put out into the community, these are wonderful words of wisdoms and things that we always want to think about as Kiwanians. We're so happy to be a part of an organization that cares about our members, right? No matter what, we always take care of our members and show our love and support for each other. So it's really important as we go through our different areas of opportunities for press releases that we always make sure we show care. Care for our community, care for our members, care for each other. And go to the next slide, Elise. So this is the Kiwanis brand campaign. If you have gone to a PR class before, you know about our brand guide. Show of hands, how many people know about the Kiwanis brand guide on Kiwanis website? I have a couple of hands. Okay, if we could click on that, Elise, so we can bring that up for them, that would be wonderful. So this is the Kiwanis brand guide. It is on Kiwanis One or Kiwanis.org, our website. Everything you need to know about Kiwanis for PR standpoint is right here. There are actually press releases that are already written. There's one about a pancake breakfast. There's one about somebody becoming governor. There are so many different press releases already written. All you have to do is go and put your name of your club in there. We have logos, we have social media. So there's things that you can put on Facebook. There's videos, there's photos, there's the special Kiwanis logos that we use for different events. And you can also pick up some photos from here, brochures. There's a template, so you can make your own Kiwanis brochures. Publicity, those are your press releases and resources that you need, especially flyers. So that way, if you take a look at all these different things that are in the brand book, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Everything that we need as PR chairs or members, lieutenant governors, everything you need for public relations is right here. So what's great about all these things from Kiwanis International is that it's all concise, it's all the same branding message. And I think that's something that as we go forward, we want to make sure we're always having the Kiwanis logo shown the right way, that we're being consistent with our branding and our marketing of the Kiwanis clubs. So the brand book is great. Anything you need is right there. I know Elise will probably drop that in the chat if it's already not there for you. We can go on to the next slide. So we're going to talk about key messages for a moment. Did you know that there's 10,000 brand messages a day that we receive? The number increases with increasing number of available channels. So that can be your phone, Facebook, TV, the internet, the radio. There are so many different channels of communication that we receive every minute. We switch screens 21 times an hour on average. Can you imagine? So if you're on your phone, I don't know if you do this, you're scrolling through 21 times an hour. So we only have seconds to get someone's attention to teach them about Kiwanis or get them excited. So attention span is 8 seconds. Can you believe that? I thought before, years ago, attention span might have been maybe a couple minutes. Now we're dealing with attention spans that are 8 seconds. That's it. We have 8 seconds to get that Kiwanis logo in someone's channel and get them excited. 8 seconds. Not very long, is it? All right, next page. Key messages are the points you want your audience to remember when you're done. So we have to make sure that our wording is concise and that we are getting our point across quickly. Again, we have 8 seconds to make that impact. Identifying stories. We want to make an emotional connection with our audience. Usually involves helping kids because that's what we're here for, right? Okay. So we're going to go over some options. There's 2 different choices for this emotional tagline that we're going to choose. I want to see, we can go back to emotion 1. All right. So the Kiwanis Club of Disney is collecting diapers for children from an underserved neighborhoods. New and unused diapers can be dropped off at any McDonald's location. That's the first choice. Option number 2, no baby should ever wear dirty diapers. Unfortunately, too many newborns from underserved neighborhoods are. The Kiwanis Club of Disney is working to end that problem by conducting a diaper drive. New and unused diapers can be dropped off at any McDonald's location. All right, Kiwanians, which one is going to be the one that we're going to use to make sure that we're getting the message of Kiwanis around? Is it 1 or is it 2? Does everybody say 2? I got to switch down to the next slide to see fingers. So 2. Okay. So 2 is correct. You're right. The reason that 2 is stronger is because it pulls on your what? It pulls on your emotional heartstrings, right? When you hear that there are children in dirty diapers, it gets you. It gets you as a community member and it gets you as a parent. It gets you as a Kiwanian. So option number 2 is correct. So it's pulling on the emotional heartstrings and making sure that the words we're using aren't just thrown away. If you get someone's attention to actually read something that you've written, you want to make sure that it's leaving an impact and they're getting the message of Kiwanis. So that's really important that we use emotion when we write about our service and our organization. Okay, Elise? So we're going to have some more choices, everybody. These are photo releases. So this is when we take a picture and we write a little blurb about it. Here we go. The Clinton Kiwanis Club donated $500 to the United Way program. Clinton reads, "Thank you for all you do for the children." Okay, we got a group of people with a check, right? The second one. Kiwanis Club of Disney, Florida. Our club is proud to help kids learn to read. Our $500 donation to the United Way will buy 300 books for at-home libraries. Help us help kids. Hashtag Kids Need Kiwanis. All right, Hands up, 1 or 2. Which one are we going to use? Do I see more fingers? I see 2. I see 2. Right. We're going with number 2. A couple of reasons. The first is it shows a child, right? And it shows the books. So that makes more sense to the visual eye. And if you see a lot of people with a check, it's not as exciting as it is to see a child reading. That's what gets people's emotions. And not only that, see the hashtag? Anywhere in social media, anything that we do, we should always be using hashtag kids need Kiwanis. That loops us into a huge sector of other press releases and things that are done all about different Kiwanis groups. Also here, it shows that we donated enough money to buy 300 books, whereas it doesn't say anything on the first press release, right? So you're leaving an impact by telling your community that, and have the Kiwanis logo, that's the correct logo, opposed to the second one that has the wrong Kiwanis logo. That's important as well. So you have the child, the logo, the branding guidebook using the right colors that represent Kiwanis, the blue and the white, $500 United Way, 300 books, and the hashtag. Win, 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 win. Check, check, check. So that is a prime example of the way our photos should be looking. And these pictures are all available in the brand book that's on the Kiwanis website. So you can grab the pictures like that. You don't even have to worry about getting a photo release of a child. The pictures are already there that you can borrow, which is huge. It's one less thing that you have to worry about as a PR chair in general. Okay, next picture. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to try to get people to come help us. This is a recruitment tool. This is a recruitment piece. Kiwanis Club of Grand Ledge area is looking for volunteers. So I want you to look at the first one, and you see how it has a member meeting. It has a lot of words, right? It tells you that we need your help. We want Kiwanis initiatives to come life in Grand Ledge, but we need people like you. So we're trying to start a club. But there's a lot of words and a picture that doesn't really represent Kiwanis, right? Do you see the Kiwanis logo there? You do not. So first of all, I'm not getting that that's branded by Kiwanis. So it leaves a little bit to the imagination. If you look at the second one, you have the Kiwanis logo. You have a beautiful picture that says, help us, help kids. And it's real short and sweet. Kids need help learning reading, but we need more people like you to help them. Tomorrow we're having our all member meeting. Join us at Cinderella's Castle at 6 p.m. But you'll notice how it's short, sweet, and direct. We have 8 seconds to get their attention, right? We're not going to get their attention on the one on the left. If you make it too complicated for people to read, guess what they'll do? Flip. They won't even pay attention to it. So the second one is beautiful, and that will be the one that gets people excited to come to a meeting. Next slide, Elise. Thank you. I love these. These have videos. Sometimes kids just need a little push in the right direction. Be their guide as part of Kiwanis. Kids need Kiwanis. So I think this one will actually play, Elise. This is one of the videos that's available on the brand guidebook. Oh, did it not play? It might not play. Is it just a still? Not playing. Okay. So there are videos on the brand style book that you can get that you can actually put up on your social media posts as well. Okay. And the next one, we're going to talk about meeting posts. So this one is the Kiwanis International, and they're letting us know that they're having a meeting at a public library, and they're letting us know that it's all these different dates, and they meet the first, third Tuesday of each month. Okay. Anybody see what's wrong with the first one? I can't read. I know I can't hear them, but that's okay. So the first one has the wrong logo. So that's the old Kiwanis logo. So we no longer use that. So that's the incorrect logo. And also it has a lot going on. It has too many dates. So let's go to the second one. And it really doesn't tell you what Kiwanis is other than a big logo. So the second one's better. It'd be the person you needed when you were younger. And it has a Kiwanis picture and the correct logo. So you know that they're doing something with the kids. Okay, that makes sense. But they, again, have all these different dates. And join us every Thursday. So that has a lot. The problem with this one is that be the person you needed when you were younger isn't really specific to the Kiwanis mission and what we're doing. This is more an internal post that we would use for each other, not to recruit new members. So if we could see the last one, this is it. This is why we volunteer. So you see that it has the logo and it has the faces of the kids. That is key. We're showcasing the children. That's what Kiwanis is here for, to help the kids. So you've got the logo, you've got those beautiful smiling faces. This is why we volunteer. And it has one meeting date. So we're not confused by all these dates. It tells you when that date is, what time, and where. And then if you go to the details, this is huge. Sometimes kids are hungry. Some kids need help learning to read. Others need mentors. You can help improve these issues and more, one child at a time. And it tells you what they're doing. They're getting together, a group of professionals. And this is a perfect recruitment tool. This one tells you what Kiwanis does, how they help in their community. It shows the picture, the logo, the time, location. If you're going to do a Facebook meeting, this is the one you should be using. Something similar to this, because this you can share to all your friends in your Facebook feed. So if you have 700 friends, you can invite 700 within 2 minutes. So that is a wonderful recruitment tool for you, to get new people excited about Kiwanis and understand what we do. So that's your elevator speech right there with a lot of emotion. So that's perfect. Next slide, Elise, please. All right. Help us help kids. This is about a service project. So if you're trying to get people in your community excited about service projects, this is a wonderful one. This was one you can put on the mom's page. You can put on the town page, whatever Facebook pages that you're connected with, you can actually post this over there and share it. I would post this one to the Danvers Moms group. I would post it to the Danvers Town Facebook page. And anyone else that I could think of that might be, and there's also a calendar Danvers page, 365 days of Danvers. This one would go, I would share this as well. So you want to make sure you're sharing your events over to those pages so you can cross promote and get more people excited about the service that you do. So help us help kids. They're going to assemble art boxes for kids. Wow. We've got the logo, we've got the picture, and help us help kids. Okay, I'm not doing anything Tuesday, May 7th. I want to go help these people. I want to see what they're all about. I'm going to go help some kids. So you see that, that's the invite. It has the date, the time, where we're meeting. The details are that they're putting boxes together and make a difference in the lives of kids and learn more about our new club and the positive impact we're making in the community. Again, it's very specific to what we do. It's emotional and it's going to get people's attention. And it's easy to share. Once it's on Facebook like this, you can share it all over. It's a wonderful, wonderful way, and it's free. Again, it's free. So these are great things you can do to promote your club that don't cost any money. Okay, next. Oh, this is my favorite. We're going to take a look at some invites. All right. So this is, you're invited to a special night of Kiwanis. Okay. A lot of words, no pictures. All right. Next. This one's a little better. They've got a picture of some kids. That's great. I love the pictures of the kids. Couple of things though. It's not branded with the Kiwanis colors. The logo is, the rest of it isn't. It's an organizational meeting. So it's better than the first one, but it's not exactly there yet. Can we see the third one? There we go. That's it. Help kids thrive, prosper, and grow. So it's got short, quick, exactly what we do. We've got the picture of a Kiwanian with his logo shirt and the children. Find out how you can positively impact your community and change the future of children. Beautiful. And it shows you where they're meeting and their Facebook page, and it's got the correct logo. And there's also the membership at kiwanis.org at the bottom. So a lot of great information, but that picture is amazing. And the pictures like that are what are going to drive people to join Kiwanis. They have to understand what we do. And sometimes, you know, we beat around the bush and we don't get to the 8 seconds of, we are here to serve the kids in our community. These pictures speak volumes for us. So we want to make sure we're using these photos to express exactly what we do in our Kiwanis clubs. Because those smiles are priceless. I don't know about you, but they melt my heart. And I will join any club that's helping cute kids like that, anytime, any day. All righty, Elise, I'm ready. So other barriers that we have to think about are the number of messages So how many messages are we sending to people about Kiwanis? The number of channels, and how many different areas are we covering to make sure that people understand what we're doing, and the frequency of messages. So we have to make sure everything we send out there means something. You don't want to be sending press releases to the paper that aren't emotional and don't really help us. We want to make sure that everything we put out there on our Kiwanis channels is impactful and also helping us to recruit members and to serve those children in our communities. Next one. Key messages. Okay, we're going to talk about the rule of threes. Make your main points. Really important. You'll notice that all those different examples we looked at, we had the logo, we had a really impactful sentence that talked about what we did. We had pictures of Kiwanians or children together, which is huge. And we always had the specific where, what, when, right? What are we doing? Where are we doing it? Why are we doing it? All right. The next one. Be informative. Stay light on the data. So you saw that we had to make sure that we had a lot of, we chunked down the chunks and made sure things were very quick, short, sweet, and to the point, because people don't want to read paragraphs. The picture will sell it. You just have to explain it quickly and people will come. Okay. Avoid jargon and acronyms. You've got to remember that people that are coming to Kiwanis meetings don't know what Key Club is or Circle K, or, you know, when you do bugs, they don't know, oh my goodness, bugs? They deal with bugs? Are they beekeepers? So we have to be really careful when we use those words. They're internal, not external, because people don't know what we're talking about. And sometimes they're like, what? What are these people talking about? All I want to do is go do service. All right, next one. So today's key messages, what do you want the audience to remember? Every time you send out a press release, you do a radio spot or a little video, what is the message you're trying to get these people to remember? Is that they should join Kiwanis? They should pledge to your fundraisers? They could come with a service project? What are you trying to get these people to remember? And emotion breaks the clutter. Those pictures are priceless. I can't tell you how many times I will stop and read something if there's a picture that makes me cry. And lately there are so many emotional pieces that we see. I always stop and read the ones that make me question, think, or just feel a lot of emotion. Those are what I'm going to stop and take my time to read. So you want to really get the emotional piece out there. And focus on your content, on how you're helping kids. Smile, laugh, learn, and grow. Our Kiwanians are out there every single day doing things to help the kids in their community and the people in their community. And their smiles are infectious, and the laughs. And when we can help a kid to read, or we can help a kid to learn ride a bike, or we save a child because they weren't in their car seat correctly, these are things that are impactful for us, for the parents, and for the community. So it's really important that we always focus on those, and especially our content. Okay. This is my favorite picture. If you've been on my Facebook page, you've seen this one before, because I think she's the cutest thing. Smiles are contagious. Be the reason someone smiles. I mean, do you all smile when you see her? Isn't she just the cutest little thing? She's precious. But I think that's it. You know, you can be having a bad day and you see a picture like that and it makes you smile. And it makes me remember why I joined Kiwanis and why I'm proud to be a Kiwanian, because we're helping kids and we're helping each other and we're sharing the fellowship. So I think that's really important that we remember that when we're having a bad day and we're like, no one's going to come. We're not going to give away any helmets today. You will. You just have to remember that no matter, even if it's only a few kids we help at a service project or a few people that read our press releases, we're getting to somebody. We're making someone smile with what we do. And Elise, can you show me that slide of that wonderful online fundraiser? I want to talk about those. Do you happen to have that up for me, my video goddess? My technical goddess, as she calls herself? Aha. Okay. So we took a look. Your ice cream looks really good, Jim. I see ice cream. No, it's fine. I want ice cream. So we saw that a lot of you haven't done online fundraising yet, right? So this is a wonderful example, a murder mystery party. How fun is that? I don't know. Does anybody here remember playing Clue? I love the game called Clue. It's so much fun. I always wanted to be Mrs. Peacock. Oh, Elise, okay, thank you. So this is what the Kiwanis Club is doing. I believe it's my Kiwanis Club. Yep. So it's a murder mystery party. Everyone's a suspect. Can you figure out who did it? So it is a fundraiser, and they recommend a donation of $15 to the Kiwanis Youth Program Fund. How fun is this, right? I signed up right away. I thought it was so cute. So you've got the Kiwanis logo, you've got the hand, and it's a really fun thing for you to do that brings Kiwanians together, and it's a fundraiser. And I don't call it a fundraiser, I call these fundraisers because it's a lot of fun. So something like this is a great way for you to get people in the community to learn about what you do, make your Facebook event and share it, send it out to the papers. And what's cute about this one is after they're done, if everybody's in costumes, you can take a picture of the screen with everybody dressed up, send it out to your local media outlets and say the Kiwanis Club of New England and Bermuda raised XYZ for their youth program fund. Look at how much fun they had on their whodunit night or something like that. So you can make it really cute and fun. And they can also write, if you want to learn more about what Kiwanis does, stop online and visit us at our next meeting or something like that. So that was a really cute one. The Chelsea Club did Shamrock Bingo. Did anybody play bingo with Chelsea? I did. It was fun. So there are a lot of great fundraisers out there that are virtual that we can all contribute to. And every fundraiser is also a press moment, right? Every time we do something in the public or to raise funds, we're raising money, we should be getting some public relations out of it as well. When you induct a new member, that's a great press release. When you install a new lieutenant governor, great press release. Those are already written and they're in the style book that Kiwanis has for us. All you have to do is just type in the name and where they're from. So great opportunities for us as well. So I think that's all I have right now. I mean, I could talk about public relations till the cows come home. So I'll open it up for questions. If anybody has any questions or anything specific to your clubs that you might want to talk about.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Gayla. Wonderful presentation as always, and great enthusiasm. We have had some good questions come in through the chat, so I'm just going to jump right in. The first one was 8 seconds is a very short attention span. What should that mean for club meetings?
That's a good question. Club meetings, I would dare to say that they're not like they used to be, that we really need to amp them up and make people excited about what they're hearing. And having a speaker talk for 20 to 30 minutes probably isn't going to be the best bet anymore. I mean, it depends on who your audience is. I know I could zone out after a 30-minute speech, but it really depends on what your audience is. Just make it fun. I think we need to make sure that everything we do is fun, and that if we're having speakers, that we make them memorable and make sure that you always have someone speak that isn't monotone so you don't put people out. That's the worst thing you could do, is have someone that has no inflection in their voice. You knock the audience out cold.
Excellent. Really good tips. Let's see, next up, I've seen some clubs with custom logos with their name on it. Where do we get those?
You get those in the brand style book. There's actually a link you can click on, and it's free. You can get it for the Kiwanis Club of Wichita, Kansas, or wherever you may be. If it is your anniversary, they will make you a 100th or a 50th or a 75th anniversary logo. So it's exciting. It's free. It comes in a whole zip file of all different kinds of media. So there's one for Facebook. There's one for newspaper. So all different ones that you'll need. They're free. So we pay our club dues to international. So it's really important that we utilize these resources that are available for us.
Awesome. A question moving towards social media. Can you explain what a hashtag is and how does that work?
Okay, so hashtags are basically something you can put in a sentence or up on a photo that loop you into a search. So if you go on Google right now and put in hashtag kids need Kiwanis, you'd be amazed at how many different hits you'll get. There's thousands, over thousands and thousands. It's kind of exciting to see how many different people are reaching out and writing about Kiwanis.
So there are some folks who are asking where they can find some specific resources. So the first one, someone is asking, where can I find sample photo release forms for when I'm taking pictures of community members?
Right, so that is in the Kiwanis, that is up on Kiwanis forums. And I think we have one on the district as well, Brian, do we not? I thought we had one on the district too. I know we have one in Kiwanis forums. Look at the face. You grimaced at me. I know we have one in Kiwanis forms. And I'm pretty sure if you look under photos on the brand style book, there's one there as well. I just err with always using stock photos if you can. That way legally you don't have to worry about it.
And how about sample flyer templates? Does Kiwanis International have any of those?
Yep, that's actually in the brand style book as well. So it has the different logos, the fonts, everything that you need. I know some people play around with Canva and all different kinds of flyer templates. The only thing I'd like to say about that is you want to be really careful that you're representing Kiwanis with the proper logo. Obviously, don't use the birdcage. Make sure we're using the correct logos and the fonts. So we don't represent Kiwanis in red. We have to stick with our colors.
Does the New England and Bermuda district have specific resources or logos, district specific, that are available?
Good question. We have one. It is on our Facebook page. We don't have. That's actually a really good thing that we can get. We don't have a whole zip drive of all our logos that I know of. Carl, do you have a zip drive of any of those that I don't know of? He might not be there. I don't know if we have a zip drive of those, but that's a good question. We could actually get that and send it out to everybody. That's huge. Can you write that on my to-do list, please? Brian works on my to-do list. So that would be nice. I would love to do that. I'd actually revamp it a little. So maybe we'll take that on just so we can have everything standardized. So they did that with the lobster. I think they did it for our centennial year. So that's good. We can make that accessible.
Excellent. I will definitely add that to your to-do list.
Thank you.
So someone is asking, our club website is really old and outdated. Are there websites available through Kiwanis?
There are. And I always, is Will still on the call? I can't see Will's face anymore. I can't see his face, but Will Bradford I believe he is our website guru. I know Will knows a lot about the different website designs that are available that we can get through Kiwanis. And there's some of them that are very easy to just put your pictures in and update. So that's something you might want to think about if we can use Will as a resource for that. I just volunteered him, see?
I'm sure he will drop his email address in the chat for
Will he?
questions or advice. We'll see. We'll give him a couple minutes. If not, one of us will add it for him.
I know.
So would you explain in further detail press releases, who, when, where, what should be included, how they should be used, and also where are pre-printed where are the pre-printed or pre-designed releases located on the Kiwanis website? So
they're in the style book, and they are actually in the press release section. So Elise, can you go back into the brand book and we can get into press releases? Is that possible? Where's my Elise? Because they are actually, there's a whole section of them. There's one for like a pancake breakfast. I can't, okay, my eyes are dizzy. Should be in publicity. These are the resources: event flyers, promote, PowerPoint presentations, club emails, event flyer. I think isn't it PowerPoint? I'm like going up. Okay, we'll find it. I know it's in here somewhere. Bear with me. Print. Maybe it's news templates. Thank you, Elise. There we go. So there's your pancake one, your service project. Kiwanis one day. So when you all do Kiwanis one day, there it is. Holiday help. There's your new club officers announcements. So when you have your meetings, I know Bermuda, you have yours tomorrow. I'm coming. I'm flying to Bermuda via Zoom. I'm so excited. So there's one for there. You can write about that as well. New district governor elected, new club openings, Kiwanis International Convention attendee. So if you guys send somebody to Kiwanis International's convention, you get a really cute picture of them out at convention in Utah, wherever. There's a press release you can write about that and send it in the paper. So that's really cool, right? Who doesn't want to know that so-and-so went to Utah I think it's exciting. Club member anniversary. That's another great one. If someone's hitting 25, 30, 40 years, you can send in their picture with a press release about their anniversary. That's huge because everybody likes to see themselves in the newspaper. And that's a wonderful recognition and engagement piece to keep our members engaged and retain our members. So that's a wonderful piece as well. Club anniversary proclamations, something that you can have your senator sign. These are sample letters to the editor. So if you have someone, you don't have to be a PR whiz to be the PR chair. You just have to know how to use your resources and how to put those special words in there that make your club more unique. So help make the community better is a recruitment letter, and they're asking for help. Help the community during the holidays and year round. And then an editorial about kids need Kiwanis. So all of these, all you have to do is type the name of your club in there. You just go in and edit all these templates. So these are beautiful, they're free, and they're already right there for you. So I always encourage people, if you're thinking you want to do something, but you might not have the time, to go look in here first. Most of the time, everything you need is already written. You just have to take a couple of minutes to put your club's name in there and all the information. It's like a hidden gem, isn't it? It's a diamond in the rough. It's very exciting.
It really is amazing how many resources are
It
available on the Kiwanis website.
And the videos that they have on this too for your Facebook pages. Now remember, videos and photos get more likes on Facebook than just straight wording. So these are huge. They're already created for you and they're free to use. I've used a lot of these. I think they're so precious. Like all these different videos you can put up. And there's a TV spot. So if you guys are into buying TV, there's radio spots that are already done that you can just send to your local radio stations that are press releases that are they're all about Kiwanis. So these are just really cute things to engage people. And if you have nothing to say and you want to post, why not post a video? It's a great way to get people, in tune with what you're doing. Again, they're all free. So cute.
So the next question, I think fits in perfectly right here. So I'm going to be jumping around based on the ones that have come in. My club sometimes sends information to the newspaper, but I'd like to see us reach out to TV news stations. Do you have any advice or tips for that?
Right. So you can, absolutely. You want to get that press release and get it over to the anchors or whoever's in charge of the news desk. So you want to make sure that you go onto their website, get the right contact name, and then send it over to them, and always follow up with a phone call. Sometimes they can't come out to you. You have to do the videotaping yourself and then submit it. So that works as well. If you have a public access station where you are, you can also use their equipment if you're a member, film it yourself, and then send it into the news and see if they'll put up what you sent in. You can do that too. The less work they have to do, the better off you are, especially your news editors. You just send in the press release with a picture, write who's left to write, and it's magically in the paper because they don't have reporters like they used to. So we basically are the reporters for them. So we want to make their jobs as easy as possible. If it's too complicated, they won't print it. If you do everything for them and they just have to put it into production, you've got a better chance of getting it published.
Just like all of us, the easier you keep it, right? The more likely you are to do it.
Right.
So this is a very quick question, and this is a detailed one, but you mentioned a couple minutes ago, Kiwanis One Day. What is Kiwanis One Day?
That is our day of service. That is the day that all Kiwanians go out into the world and spread sunshine. That's when we all do service projects together. You can be doing a rail trail cleanup. You could be fixing children's bikes, anything you can imagine. Acts of service. It's all about acts of service. And Kiwanis puts a lot of money into their marketing of that event. So it's just to get Kiwanians out throughout the world, doing it on the same day and having fun, which has been difficult due to COVID. So hopefully we'll get that up to 100% next year or this year.
Okay, I want to say keep the questions coming. We've got about 10 minutes left.
Everybody's still awake. This is exciting.
And a follow-up question just came in. What is this year's day of service?
What is it? It can be anything you want it to be.
Date.
Date? Oh my goodness. I don't know that answer. I'll be honest. We'll have to, Elise, do you want to Google that for me? I'll Google it. When is Kiwanis One Day? See, if we don't know an answer, we always Google. I think we already had it in October, didn't we? Bum, bum, bum. I do not know that answer, but I can find that answer unless someone found it quicker than me. I thought it was always I, for some reason, thought it was October or May, but okay, we'll find it.
And a follow-up to that was maybe a district day of service, so something to keep in mind for next year.
I would love to do that. Where are we going to do that? Who are we going to do that with? That would be fun. We could do that, absolutely. Brian, you want to add that to the list too?
I'll add
I
that to
think
your
that's
list
a
right
great
now.
idea. That would be fun.
I'll put down Jim as your contact to start planning.
Okay. He's excited. Look at him. That'd be fun. I think that'd be great. Absolutely. I'd love to take that on. Good idea. This is why we get together. We share ideas. Any way we can unite in service is huge.
So the next one is so many good ideas. My club does very little though for PR. We just have a Facebook page that we don't use a lot. Where should we start?
Start with your Facebook page. If you have someone that's on your Facebook page that's active, you can start promoting things on your Facebook page. If you don't have somebody that can do the PR for you, my concern was, are you a small club? Is it a small club?
They did not specify, but I believe.
Did not specify. It's smaller. Okay. So you want to find out who your ace is, who loves to do the PR, who gets excited. That would be the person that you'd want to have doing this for you. If you don't have anybody in the club that's Facebook savvy, then if you have a key club, I would get maybe a key club or a Circle K member to help you. But definitely start with your Facebook page. I'd be more than happy to sit down with whoever this is and give them some guidance if they need some ideas. I'm open to that. Happy to help.
Excellent. And we'll have Elise post your email address in the chat so everybody knows how to get a hold of you. I know it was on your presentation. And the prize for today goes to Pat Stevens, who said she found that Kiwanis One Day is the fourth Saturday of October.
It is October. Woohoo! What are we going to give her? I will get you some Kiwanis swag there, Pat. I'll bring it to convention. I'll take care of you. Thank you.
All right. The next question, I'm going to throw this in as a curveball. It's more of a personal question.
Great. A curveball?
What drew you to Kiwanis?
Oh, you want to ask me my Kiwanis why? Okay. I was invited to go to the Danvers Kiwanis Club several times. Dan Bennett asked me, and I was like, nope, don't have time. Don't know what you want me to do, but no, thank you. I finally went. I went to a meeting. First of all, I was horrified by fines and dollar bills everywhere. Didn't know what was going on. But they had their pancake breakfast. And I went to their pancake breakfast and I served along some wonderful people. And I said, wow, I need to join this group. They're amazing. I was just so awestruck by their dedication, devotion, and love for the children in the community that I couldn't help but to be a member of that group. Some of those Kiwanians were founding Kiwanians that are still with us. Some have passed, but love them all. I'm an only child, and I've told this story before. Growing up an only child of a single mom, I didn't have brothers and sisters, obviously. So joining the Kiwanis Club of Danvers was like getting uncles, aunts, surrogate dads, and moms and cousins. So you get your whole family just in one Kiwanis Club, and it's the biggest hug. And I just love each and every one of them, and I just love Kiwanis. And meeting all of you guys is great. It's just wonderful to be with so many amazing people that are like-minded in service and helping our communities. So I love it, and I'm blessed, very blessed. So thank you.
Great response. Really good response.
Yeah, I didn't know you were giving me curveballs tonight, but okie dokie.
Well, that question has been coming up almost every week for our presenters.
Good.
So I was glad to see that one show up.
Yeah, good.
And so instead of curveballs, now we have the challenging questions.
Oh, okay.
Do you have advice and tips for keeping prospective members interested once you've gotten them to a meeting?
Yes. Get them engaged. Even if they're prospective, invite them to a service project. Nothing sells Kiwanis better than service. If you can get them to see how we are impacting the community and the lives of the children that we serve, they're hooked. They're the ones that we want. We want them to be in the trenches with us to do a service project. That's why we're here, and that's what we're so good at. So definitely bring them to a service project.
Excellent. Our next one, how do we advertise our clubs during times of COVID, especially for those that do not use social media?
That's a good one if they don't use social media. So the newspaper is beautiful. So the people that don't use social media are probably going to be older and read the newspaper. So your newspaper is a great way to get a resource in there about a club meeting. Again, you want to see if you can get a picture that's engaging, that talks about what we do. Maybe post a picture of a former service project that you did and let them know that you are meeting. And if they can't see, if they're not doing social media, I don't know if they'd be able to do Zoom, but there are other ways you can get them to a service project if you're doing one, or get them excited through the newspaper and public service announcements on the radio. Those are key as well, because each radio station has to air so many different nonprofit public PSAs each year. So you want to make sure that you get your Kiwanis PSAs in there. And we can just go to their house and take you to the meetings. What?
Do you have tips for combating the "we aren't in this for the attention" mentality? I want to convince some of our more traditional members that we need to raise our visibility in the community.
Right. So we are not in it for the attention. We're in it for the service is totally correct. But you need members. We can't continue to do what we do if we don't have members to support us. And, you know, members age out, members move to Texas or Florida, wherever. You always need to have members to bring the light into the community. If there's nobody bringing that light forward and continuing the service, then, you know, the clubs will dwindle. So you really want to make sure that when we're not doing it because we want people to shed the light on us, we want people to know what we do and how to help the community. And also, if you're asking people to donate money to your organization, if you're asking for those big asks, like the $1,000 for a gala you're doing to honor a certain community member, people aren't going to give to nonprofits they don't know who you are or what you do. I also do fundraising for a nonprofit as well. And the only way you get money is if people know what you do in the community. And if you don't put yourself out there as Kiwanians and show everybody what you do, why would I donate money to Kiwanis? I've never heard of you before. I don't know what you do. What do you mean you helped 1,000 kids, you know, go to summer camp or whatever the case may be? If you don't let them know what you do, they're not going to sponsor you. They're not going to donate money. So that's how I would combat that one. That people need to know who you are in order to join your groups and in order to be a partner with you. Even community partners need to know what you're doing. So does that help? I don't know who asked that question. Okay.
I think it does.
Oh, good.
How important is it to do PR after an event since it has already happened?
Yeah, very important. You want to thank your sponsors. If Peggy Sue of Oceanfront Property donated, make sure you thank all your sponsors and let them know what a huge success the night was. And thanks to you, our sponsors in our community, we raised enough money to send 300 kids to summer camp or whatever your goal was. You don't want to tell them how much you raised, but let them know how much good in the community you've done, how much the funds that you've raised will go help those children in need. So it's really important that you do that as a thank you.
Wonderful. And I believe this is our last question for tonight. And this is actually from me, but I wrote it down. What one takeaway do you want tonight's attendees to leave with?
Never be afraid to promote your clubs. Never be afraid to let everybody in the community know what you do. People need to know how wonderful Kiwanians are and how we help our communities and how we help the kids. And those kids need us. And in order for us to be around and exist for the next generation of Kiwanis members, we need to make sure that we're publicly out there, that we are doing everything we can to raise the funds and to recruit members and to continue to pay forward the legacy of Kiwanis. So be proud of who you are and what you do, because you guys are powerhouses, every one of you in every single club. You all do amazing things.
And I think that's the perfect place to leave it. Thank you so much, Gayla. Please, everyone,
My
join me in a
pleasure.
round of applause. It was so good to have you here with us tonight, and thank you. And you're here with us almost every week. So thank you for supporting our virtual workshop series and for all the great information tonight. So we're going to wrap up with some closing reminders and information. As we do that, please remember to type your name and your club in the chat if you haven't done so already. This will help us keep an accurate attendance so far. And I have heard from David Griffin that as of maybe 10 or 15 minutes ago, we were up to 16 clubs represented tonight. So that's a really great turnout. So those of you who have your minimum number here, you know you can claim at least 16 clubs. Check our attendance list in Google Drive later this week for the final tally. This is our final reminder to club secretaries. This is the last week that you can order free printed copies of Kiwanis' leadership guides for your club officers. We are taking orders online only through an online form that Elise will drop in the chat. And if you would like printed copies of the leadership guide, this is the only way to get them this year. Place your order and we will mail copies out to your club in the coming weeks. If you have not placed your order yet, you must do so by this Saturday at 11:59 p.m. If you have extenuating circumstances, we may have a few copies left on hand, but we can't guarantee it. And just reach out to us if you have any questions. We have 2 more membership workshops in store for you this month, and I'm going to ask Elise to pull up our schedule for the rest of May. So as we've said already a few times, May is membership month. So we've designed these sessions to guide you through from the recruitment process to onboarding your new members. So we're going to continue our focus next Wednesday, May 19th, when we have a panel discussion with millennial Kiwanians about why they joined Kiwanis and what they look for in a Kiwanis club to help you in recruiting millennials to your club. So that'll be next Wednesday, May 19th, and that is going to be facilitated by Carl Yuskadegi, and we'll have a host of other millennial Kiwanians on the panel. Then the following week on May 26th, we will end our month with planning a new member orientation, because it's important to remember when a new member joins your club, your responsibilities are not yet over. So Elise and I are going to lead that session, and we'll teach you the important parts of planning an introduction and an orientation so that your members understand Kiwanis, and we'll give you some tips and some resources for doing that. Remember to register for these if you haven't done so already, and to encourage your fellow members to do the same. You can find more information on every platform that the New England and Bermuda District of Kiwanis has. That includes our website, newenglandkiwanis.org, our district Facebook page, and our district Facebook group, and we'll also have the registration link in the chat for you. We have a YouTube channel that we'll post the link to. You can also get to that from our website and from Facebook. And that's where we are posting recordings of all of these sessions. So if you have missed a session, or you have a member who would like to watch one they couldn't attend live, check out our YouTube channel, and there's a good chance we'll have a recording up there for you. To access any resources from our past workshops, make sure you explore our Google Drive of resources. This is also where the attendance lists are. There will be a link in the chat, or every week you can check your email confirmation that comes out Wednesday morning, and you will find a link at the bottom of the email that says Virtual Workshop Series Resources. And you do not have to have Gmail or a Google account to get to that. You'll be able to log in and take a look at what we have collected from all of our presenters from this workshop series. As we close, I want to, as always, give a big thank you to our District Education Committee members. So wherever you are at home, I hope you'll give a little round of applause to Elise DeNorfia, Judy Barrett, and David Griffin, who are helping behind the scenes to bring these workshops to you every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And that brings us to the end of tonight's session. I want to thank you all for being here. Big thank you to Gayla Bartlett for presenting for us and bringing her enthusiasm and her sparkle to our virtual workshops. I hope all of you leave with a tip or an idea of how you can better market and promote your club, and to hopefully recruit some new members while doing it. So please stay safe, be well, and we look forward to seeing all of you next week for our session on recruiting millennials to Kiwanis. Have a great night.